The Metro North trade crash and the restoration effort expected to have a big price tag.
And News 8 has learned that some of the new $2.5 million rail cars in this crash may not be repairable. We'll get to the latest on the accident in a moment, but first, Mark Davis is live with that part of the story. Mark?
Hi, Darren and Sonia. Good evening, everyone, from the Emergency Operations Center at the State Armory in Hartford. Actually, officials think the morning went fairly well, all things considered. Ridership was down between New Haven and Bridgeport, despite the shuttle service. 80% today, and the backups on the Merritt and on 95 actually weren't any worse on the highway than they were a week ago. More on that in a minute. Right now, here at the Armory, the governor is getting an update on the restoration progress. As of today, the DOT says there is still no estimate of the cost of the damage in Friday's train crash. But at least 3 of the $2.5 million Kawasaki M8 rail cars are so heavily damaged they may have to be junked and used for spare parts. Additionally, 9 or more cars sustained some damage. About a quarter-mile of railroad bed must be replaced as the derailed cars plowed right through the stone ballast, tearing up the tracks, pulling down electric wires above and destroying the signaling system.
Until we determine cause and effect and get all the information together, which will be some time, it's really premature to say.
The costs of owning and operating the Metro North Railroad is a shared responsibility. The state of Connecticut owns the railroad bed from New Haven to the New York State line in Greenwich, but has a contract with Metro North to maintain the tracks and operate the line. There are 230 of the new M8 rail cars. 405 will be in service by next year. In the case of the new cars, the state of Connecticut pays 65% of the purchase price, and Metro North pays 35%. Assessing the cause of the crash will likely be crucial in determining who pays the enormous price tag.
This is part of the cost of restoring service, and it'll be part of the contract with Metro North and with the DOT. And in some cases, there may be insurance that covers some of this.
Now, Commissioner Redeker says, of course, the big goal right now is to restore some kind of service, and now that could happen someday later in the week on just one track. They just don't know for sure. There is no estimate, a complete estimate on any kind of restoration yet, but we expect to have some sort of an update as the governor is shortly going to be getting an update on the restoration progress in the room right behind us here, and that should be coming up live at 6 o'clock, and we'll have it for you live. Live from the Emergency Operations Center at the State Armory in Hartford, Mark Davis, News 8.